guys, it's Abby from Make Life Your Runway, and I'm here with my weekly makeup basket. Hey! So we're going to pick out products to use for the upcoming week by going through my whole collection over here. But before we do that, I have a couple of products to share with you, and I'm also going to do a small recap on last week's basket. So if that sounds like something you like to watch, then just keep watching. Here we go. Alright guys, you guys are cracking me up in the comment section. When I showed that Ulta haul, you guys are like, I thought you were on a no-buy. I said with the exception of gift cards. Actually, the gift card I used to purchase the products I'm about to show you, and the products that I showed in last week's haul were, the gift card was gifted to me from one of you guys. So thank you so much for sending that to me. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, so I won't. But thank you so much. That meant so much to me, and I'm glad that I was able to buy some of the new drugstore products to share with you guys. So hopefully you all feel like you're getting something out of it, even though it was an exception to the no buy. So I do have a couple of Ulta products to share. Y'all, my Ulta came in like this bag. When did they start doing like these bags instead of like the actual box? When I first saw it, I was like, what is that? And then I looked and it said Ulta on the packaging slip. So interesting. But anyways, I really wanted to use the gift card on majority of drugstore makeup for a lot of different reasons. Drugstore makeup is like so good these days, and even though it's a little bit more money than it used to be, it's still not as expensive as other stuff. So your money goes a long way with drugstore makeup. This purchase I probably wouldn't have put in right away if Ulta didn't play me. No, I'm just kidding. They had like spend $50, you get $11 back in Ulta points. So that's why I put the order in. But because some of that $50 I used Ulta points on, it like voided that coupon or deal or special. I was like, really? I mean, I'm sure it said it in the fine print, but I was like, really? Because now they have a 20% off, and I'm just gonna skip out on that. But I was like, Ulta. But I am really excited to get these products, and I really wanted them, so whatever. So I got 5 new products that are drugstore products, and one is actually a repurchase, so we'll start with that. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. If you guys know, if you know, you know. I have panned one of these in the past, but the one I had before was in light, and I wanted to try like the bronzer one because that's what is so hyped here on YouTube, and I truly have missed it since I panned it. Like, I wanted to repurchase it again, and that's honestly one reason I've slowed down on panning powders, is I find as soon as I finish some of them, I want to go out and repurchase. Like, I've repurchased this, I've repurchased like the No. 7 powder. I don't know, I just have some other things. Oh, like this, even though it's a sample, the Milani Luminoso, I actually had to get rid of one because it was old, but still, like, I love it so much that I go out and rebuy these things, so it's kind of made me slow down on panning. It's like, why don't I just enjoy it? So anyways, slight tangent, but if I can get it out, I truly miss this so much. It is like a little bit on the bulkier side, as you guys know, but it has a beautiful smell to it, and this is what the inside looks like. So this is the bronzer, actual bronzer color. They have a sun-kissed one that I assumed is more like kind of a red tone that I really wanted to get, but I was like, let me just go ahead and actually get the bronzer one I like, and maybe in the future I can try the sun-kissed. But that's the first product I picked up, and it was a repurchase. All right, next, I am wearing this today. It's a new release from the drugstore. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Loose Setting Powder. The L'Oreal Infallible is one of my favorite lines from the drugstore. This one is in, did I say what it is? Oh, 612 translucent light to medium. So they just have like a couple of options for you. And it looks like this. So this is actually a really small container. I want to show you guys in comparison to the Maybelline Fit Me. It is actually like half the size, both in packaging and grams. This one is 20 grams for the Maybelline Fit, and the L'Oreal Infallible is 7.5 grams. So it's almost half the product for double the price. But what I will say about it is this is a little bit more finely milled. It's a lot lighter of a powder on the face. I don't know if I said, but this is about $5 and this is about $13. And then you can use like the $3.50 off 15. So, whatever. It's just a little bit smaller and a little bit of a higher price point, but I did enjoy it on my skin today, and I don't see it sitting on my skin, and my first impression is good. So we'll see what that continues to look like. But anytime like the drugstore releases a loose setting powder, I'm so interested because all the like good ones or the popular ones, I like the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and then the like Hourglass Veil. Like all the popular ones we hear about are just so expensive. So I really wanted to just try this one out, and so far so good. Alright, I mentioned this last week because I had picked up the LA Girl Moonlight palette, highlight palette, that looks like this, and I said that I wanted to try one of their blush palettes. I wanted to try it. Okay, but then Jasmine from Juicy Jazz talked about this one, so I'm like, that's it, I'm really buying it. But this is the LA Girl. This one is in Island Hottie. They have a couple in this type packaging, and I assume the same formula, but the other one I was thinking about getting, it looks like it has like a bronzer shade or like a very nude shade, so that was really gravitating. I was like gravitating towards it, but it has that pale pink color, and y'all know from like my makeup baskets and my declutters, that baby doll pink color does not work for me. So I made a decision. I was like, Abby, you always get rid of that color, so please do not buy another palette with it. So I went with this one, which is more of peaches, and peaches are my thing. So there's this shade that kind of looks orangey, so that's at the top. Ooh, these are kind of shimmery. And then this nude or pale one, let's swatch them. Here's what they look like swatched. So they look very wearable, pretty pigmented. You can see that these kind of shimmer shades just more like look like illuminating blush and not so much like a highlighter like they did in the pan or when I first swatched them. And then these are more of a sheer formula, not so much matte. But I'm really excited to play with this. Jasmine said in her video she just kind of mixes them all together. So I might try that and try them separate, and we'll just play with it and see how I like these formulas. But I am pretty excited to see, like, maybe these are gems. You know, they're like $10. Come on now. Please tell me they're everything I want them to be. Okay, and then the next two products, I was really digging through these drugstore products on Ulta's website, and I got one that's kind of popular and one that's not so popular. So the first is the e.l.f. Primer Infuse Always Rosy. I've heard such good things about these blushes, and I haven't really tried a lot from e.l.f. aside from their like camo concealers. Like I showed you, I got that one last week, and I have the regular ones as well. And I like those, but outside of those, I haven't really tried anything from e.l.f. in quite a while. But I've heard many people talk about these, and they're only about $5. So I thought, why not? Why not? I can get it out. So here is what it looks like. Again, I got Always Rosy for the color. And I've heard these just feel more expensive than they are. And I'm really excited. Oh yeah, that's super soft color. Ooh! Yes! Yes! I'm excited. Okay. Alright. She's cute. And then, y'all. This was cracking me up. So CoverGirl, you know, they keep rebranding, relaunching, all this stuff. So it's got my attention. I haven't tried too much from CoverGirl. I tried a foundation, concealer, and that's pretty much it that I've tried from them here recently. So I thought I would try out their bronzer. It's this is what it looks like. It's in golden tan. And this was cracking me up. This is one of their Cheekers products. It was cracking me up because they only had this color available on their website. And so I'm like, clearly that's the color Ulta wants me to have, so maybe I'll just go ahead and buy it. But let me open it up for you guys. But Emily Noel always talks about these Cheeker products, and I've heard other people talk about them as well. So I've just been super curious. That's what the color looks like swatched. Oh yeah, it kind of looks like my favorites, like the Sweet Tea by Too Faced and the Tarte Park Avenue Princess and the Sephora one. It kind of has like that kind of tone. So I'm excited to put that on my face. So those are the few products that I had picked up. And then I just wanted to do a small recap of last week's basket. Y'all already know this is my palette of the month, the Too Faced Natural. So that is all the cheek products on my face. But the thing that I wanted to shout out are these Wet n Wild. These are limited edition eyeshadow palettes, and I really did enjoy them. I have this one in Earth, like this color here on my lid today, and then I used this one a lot in Air this week. I ended up just swirling these together, but I absolutely enjoyed these. I was surprised. I was super surprised. And then I blended it out with the Rust Stack by Melt. So that is what's on my eyes today. I really enjoyed it. And then I did pop on the Stila Diamond Dust on my eyes. This is a Magnificent Metal. The other one I pulled last week, Kitten Karma, is dried out. So this is the only one we're left with. So I really enjoyed all of it. And then my lip that I'm wearing, that I wore most of the week, is the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Lip. This is an English Rose. If you watch my lipstick declutter, I said that this was a chopping block item, and so I've been trying it out. I don't know. Sometimes I wear it and I like it, and sometimes I wear it like right now and I think it looks super silly. So I don't know. I'm so undecisive, which I think is a sign I should just pass it along. But that's what I've been playing with this week as far as lips goes. And then I am wearing a Shane Dawson merch shirt that my husband Jared got me for Christmas. I love it. Shane Dawson is actually one of the only YouTubers that Jared and I get excited to watch together. We watch all of his series together. So it was really cute that he bought me this for Christmas. But, alright, so that's the haul. That's the recap. There won't be any more hauls coming. I have a $25 gift card, but I prefer to shop for Ulta online because I find in stores, at least the stores around me, they never have what I want. And since it's $50 free shipping, we'll just have to wait until the end of the quarter to use that gift card. So we are going to dive in and see what products we're going to pull out for next week. Let's do it. Alright guys, let's start with this section, which is primers, concealers, and foundations. And I did post my 20 and 20 project pan this week, so check it out if you missed it. But let's talk about this section. So last week I did pull this, which is the La Roche-Posay primer. It's more of like a silicone base, and I did really enjoy it. So we'll put that back for sure. And then we pulled out both of these products to mix together, which is the Flower Light Illusion and the Born This Way by Too Faced. I did really enjoy those for the week. And then we pulled out two concealers, which were the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate, and then also the e.l.f. Hydrating. Again, really enjoyed those for the week. So I did kind of leave it kind of vague or unclear on what I would start with as far as my project pan items. So I will just go ahead and show you real quick, and then we won't touch base every week, you know, unless it changes or something. So the primer that we're going to use until it's done is the Catrice Fresh It Up. This is the Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. So this is the one I said I would start in the video and decided to just move forward with that decision. So this will be the primer that we're using moving forward. And then as far as foundation, the one that I selected out was the Physicians Formula The Healthy Foundation, and mine is in LC1. And this is what I have on my face today. And actually, I thought this was going to be too light for me, but it's actually a really good color. And there's not too much left of it. And I tried to get the stopper out again today, and I can't. So we're just going to focus on this one until it's gone. All right, so that's where we're at with those two products. And then I am panning a concealer. So this is the one that if I'm not picking a concealer in here, you know what I'm using. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Finish Concealer. Mine is in Light Ivory. So I do want to pull this out, and I do want to use this most of the time, but I also don't want to neglect my products over here. So I want to pull another concealer out with it, and the one that really has my attention, I know I've like pulled these a lot lately, but the e.l.f., this is the Camo Concealer in Fair Beige. I think this would be really nice to put down first to lighten under my eyes, and then put the Wet n Wild over top to make it more so my color. But I think it would be a good way to use up products in my collection, but also get a look that I enjoy rocking. So those are the products that I am pulling from this category. Is there anything else? I think we're good here. So, we're gonna skip past the blush, highlight, bronzer, all of that, just because I am sticking to the Too Faced Natural Face. I think I only have one more week left of this because I'm doing a palette a month. So I think this might be the last week that we use this. I've truly enjoyed it, and I can use every color in this palette, which makes it super easy to use. I go in with the bronzer, then I use this as a contour, I mix these together, and I mix these together, and I really enjoy it. So we're done with this section. Let's move down for powders. All right, here is my powder collection. Last week I did the Too Faced Ethereal powder. I really like this. I rotate through all my powders so evenly that it's probably gonna be one of those things where I just finish a bunch at once. But I'm gonna put that back, and I do want to spend a week playing with what we just hauled in this video, which is the L'Oreal Infallible 612. So we'll see how I feel about it after using it for a week. But that's gonna be our loose setting powder. And also to set the under eyes, another Project Pan item that I'm going to be using is the Beauty Pie. This is their pressed One Powder Wonder translucent powder. And I do use this for under my eyes, and that's how I plan to pan it. I did think that through. Plan to pan. Alright, so we're going to pull that. And I honestly think that's all that we're going to pull for powder. Let's see. We're good on face products. We have primer, concealer, foundation, setting powder, face products. So I guess the biggest thing we need is eyeshadows. And guys, I need your help. I want to show you guys. Buddy's here again. Ah, I'm in the way. Little Morty. Hi, baby. He's always close by, taking a nap. Y'all, he's 14 and a half. He's a Pomeranian, and he's just moving a little slower than he used to, but he's still here. He's still here, giving love, giving sass, begging for food. You know, doing what 14-year-olds do best. I joke that he's in retirement. He can live his best life. But anyways, let's look over at the eyeshadows. Alright, so I need your help. Next month, I'm going to do an eyeshadow palette for the month. And I told you guys my plan of action is, instead of focusing on one powder for a full year or one palette for the full year and neglecting everything else, we'll just bounce back and forth and rotate. So this month was a face palette, which left full range for eyeshadow palettes. Next month, February, will be an eyeshadow palette, which will leave full range for face products, and we'll just bounce back and forth like that. So I want to know what I should focus on for the month. So I'm going to show you guys 3 options, and I want you to vote on one, and the one with the most votes will be the one we use. So just let me know in the comments what you want to see me use for a full month and see what my thoughts are. So the first being the Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edits, the Wants palette. This was gifted to me by one of you guys, and I actually have never used it yet, and I've had it for a couple months now. So that's option number 1. Do you want to see me use that one? Or this one is new to me as well. I got this from TJ Maxx when Kristen and I met and hung out. This is the Too Faced Natural Lust palette. I've used it actually like maybe once or twice, but I definitely need to take time to dig in. So should that be option, or should that be the winner? That's option 2. And I wanted to have a third one for you guys, and I think I know I've gotten a lot of new palettes lately, but this one is the third option. This is the Violet Voss Pro Holy Grail palette, and this is what it looks like as well. So let me know in the comments, which one do you want to see me use next month? Which one should be February's palette of the month? Makeup Revolution, Too Faced, or Violet Voss. I am excited to see what you guys pick. Whatever you pick is what I'll use. But until then, let's grab out a palette to use. We used kind of a mishmash last week with the Wet n Wild, the Melt Stack, and the Stila Magnificent Metals. So we'll just go ahead and set those to the side and see what we want. I think I want to pull a palette, and I've kind of been wondering, thinking, pondering. I always think about my Lorax because I truly love them. I always think about Modern Renaissance because as much as I like this palette, I feel like it just kind of gets neglected. And I've gotten a lot of like new palettes as well. This one is not new, the Too Faced Chocolate Gold. But again, I haven't given it as much love as I should. But this Too Faced Honey is new to me as well. Should I go with like an oldie, like the Too Faced, not Too Faced, the Urban Decay Naked 3? This is a tough decision. This is one I haven't pulled in a while, the Ace Beauté Grandiose palette. It looks like this. What's my vibe for next week? Like, what is my vibe gonna be? Do I want the Lorac Pro? I'm always so happy when I pull the Lorac palettes. Let's see. Then we have, that one was the Pro 2. This is the Pro 3. Right? No, Pro 2. Pro 3. And I also have the Pro 4, which I also really like too. Alright. Let's go with, let's pull these two actually. Let's just pull these Lorac palettes because I can either switch off between using them for the week, or I can just open them up and dip into all of them. I really like it. I think out of all, the quality is the same in all of them. So that's on lock, okay? But as far as color schemes go, I think this nude one is more of my color family. I just feel like I can literally put almost all these colors on my eyes and love it. Whereas like some of these darker ones, dark colors just aren't right for me. But I do kind of like this part of the palette, and this coca color is nice. So we'll just go ahead and pull both of these. Woo! I'm excited for that. All right. I think, oh, you know what we should pull together? So on Mondays, I wear my makeup to work out. I just like, when I first left education to do fitness, I wasn't wearing a lot of makeup at the gym, But now I just feel like getting ready every single day, and so that has changed whether I wear makeup when I work out and teach and stuff. But I already talked a couple weeks ago about how I don't like wearing that Too Faced palette when I work out because it sweats and then I eat it as it sweats off. It's very awkward. So let's just pull a blush, bronzer, and highlight for Monday, and then we'll use the palette for the other days. So, well, let's just go ahead and pull the butter bronzer for sure, the one that we just picked up. And as far as highlight, I truly, this is what I've been pulling the last couple of Mondays, is the cookie highlighter. I just absolutely love this highlighter. So that will pull. And then I just need like a blush. What I wore last week was the Milani Luminoso, the little sample I got last week. But do I want to stick with that because it's just one day? I have really enjoyed my makeup. I just feel like I get so much more use out of my makeup with it set up like this. I just feel like I bend over, I grab more out, I can see more what I have, and I'm just so happy when I come in here and pull out my makeup. Like, I just really love it. I did film me rearranging it as part of Vlogmas. I'm zooming you guys out. So you can check it out if you want to see how it kind of transformed to this. I've obviously rearranged it since then. If you've already seen it, you know that. But it makes me happy to even have like makeup sitting out like this. I'm like, look at my makeup being used and loved. I just really appreciate it. All right, up here, you can't see. Zoom up, zoom up, zoom up. There we go. Up here are my blushes. So I think, so all 4 drawers are blushes, and there's no like rhyme or reason. It's just kind of how they fit. But I've been watching a ton of declutters recently, and one product that someone mentioned in the one I watched today was Tarte, and it made me think of my Tarte Exposed highlighter. Not highlighter. I do like the Exposed highlighter, but this is the Tarte Exposed blush. So I think we'll use this one on Monday with those other products, and then for the rest of the week we'll use the Too Faced. So. And then lips are here. I just kind of grab through the week and then tell you guys what I grabbed most at the end of the week. So let's put that all together. Alright guys, here are my weekly makeup products for the next week. I hope you guys kind of like this new format of weekly makeup basket, of just like a little check-in in the beginning, shop my stash, and then just putting it all together at the end. I just love these videos, but I also don't want them to be like the same and boring for you guys. So I hope you like it. These are all the products we chose out. Some products live in here. You guys know if you watch every week. I've talked about these in the last couple weeks, so I won't go into it too much. But here's what we're using. I'm excited. I really like the smaller baskets because I find it's like realistic to what I can go through. There are some weeks I just pull way too much and can't get through it, but these are like more of like the realistic amount of products. Again, let me know which palettes we're going to use next month. I would love to know. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate your love, your support. You guys are the best. Let me know what products you're pulling for the week as well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!